Hello, I'm MK Davis. I want to talk a little bit about history today. History of a particular thing. And, with the advent of all that's happening with the Patterson film, photographically, I want to talk about the history of one particular frame from it, and that's frame 350. When I first was able to obtain the red filtered image, that one that is so superior, I tried to make it known that this frame was far and above better than anything else out there. And I got nothing but resistance. Someone published a scientific paper stating why you could not blow up the Patterson film and maintain any kind of clarity. And I thought to myself, well, if you can't do it, then what am I looking at? Because I've already done it. I said, what I need to do is produce an enlargement that has kept its clarity. Then you can't argue against that. But some people can argue against anything. And my question is, why would someone want to? Why would someone want to sweep under the rug or snuff out under the heel of their boot such a magnificent thing? Well, let's just look a little bit at it. I'll show you some of my history with it. Here's me in front of a copy of it, and there's everybody wondering, what the heck? Because this paper said you can't do that, but there it is. It didn't suffer hardly any blowing it up bigger than life-sized, or maybe even life-sized. I'm 5'8". I think Dr. Bendernagel may be an inch or two more than me. That's him. This made of 83 panels glued together on a sheet of board, a wooden board, so that it would be rigid. Here it is again. That's me. You kind of see the board right here. The museum there in Willow Creek wanted it, and I donated it. And when they got it, John Green heard about it, and he got it put in the back. That right now they display the fake frame 352 that Renee DeHenden had altered. And this was the last argument that I had. Somebody says, still holding out that you can't do that. So I did it again, even bigger. And no more argument after this that you couldn't do it. I did it. But the explanation as to why, the average person, the average curiosity, the average brain, if you had a brain, would want to know how this came about. Where did this frame come from? It's a filtered image. It came off of the original Patterson film. That's why it's so good. This is what Todd Gatewood produced from this frame. from this very same one, he used enhancement techniques, and it cleared the murk and brought everything into sharp focus. Such a wonderful film. And here again you find people wanting to put it under the heel of their boot. People that claim that they're looking for Bigfoot. Here is Bigfoot. This is Bigfoot. This is, if you consider the Patterson film an example of Bigfoot, then this is it. This is a Sasquatch from the Pacific Northwest. I won't get into an argument about other places because different people in different areas describe it differently. So I would never tell anybody what they saw, but I will tell them what they see here. Let's just do. You see, it does not suffer. This is extraordinary. It is of extraordinary quality. It does not suffer when you enlarge it very much at all. Look inside the mouth, the lips. You see a mouth that is kind of, it looks like it's been through a shredder almost. It's kind of cut up. It's a rough world out there. Don't know what happened. Somebody could have. Her old man might have got her. Or, I hate to use that term. But people fight. Maybe over something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But it looks to be kind of ripped up right in there. And old scars. Like you might see on something authentic and real. I'm going to show you something here. Let's just ease through here. Well, I'll tell you what. Just follow me here just a minute. She's turning around. There's about an 8 to 9 mile an hour wind at her back. You start to see it right in here. A little bulge as she turns the head into the sun. There it is right there. There it is, sharply focused. Let's blow that up. This right here, you see it's attached to a wad of hair right here, and there's the ear right here. Now let's just take this over here. There we go, right there. Now there's the ear. There is this, I call it a braid because it has herringbone patterns in it. Chevrons. Just like you would if you weaved a braid or braided hair. And the wind has taken it off of her back, the back of her neck or shoulder, and blown it up over the ear, exposed the ear for just a few seconds, a second maybe. And then it all falls back down. And when you see this frame right here, it's in the process of falling back down. And that's it right there. That's the chevron right here. It's done fell back and started to go underneath this hair that's tumbling down all over again, covering the ear. The ear's up in here somewhere covered up. When she turns away and you no longer see her face, then the hair's back where it was. The ear's covered up. The fact that it had this means an awful lot to me because Mr. Gatewood knew nothing of it. I had to show it to him. So next time you go sketching the Patterson film, if you ever sketched it, or if you have plans to sketch it, use this. Don't go creating something inaccurate, because you have something to go by. It's just wrong if you're trying to so all you have is blurriness, then yeah, you can do that, trying to get at it and trying to figure out what it was and what it looked like, but you don't have to have that. You don't have to do that. It's up under there, the little chevron braid. It's a braid. What does a braid mean to you? It looks like it's taken some of those really sharp quartz or flint or whatever they got their shirt and cut off a little bit of hair. I see stubble. Let's go back down again. See the stubble? Well, it's quite a bit of difference, isn't it? If I were you, I would go and ask the people who ripped you off of this film in its original glory and gave you what you have there on the right and said, like it. It's real. Well, let's see here. That's about all I have this morning. We're lucky, all of us that are interested in this subject, and it should be everybody on the planet. Now, somewhere up there in the wilds of Northern California, and how many other untold places, there exists a different sort of person. And it's important. Who is your brother? Who is your sister? Who do you share the planet with? Who are you willing to argue in favor of? Somebody hands it to you on a silver platter, and you've got all these pet notions that you may have to put down because of it, and you said, no, I'm not putting them down. Take your picture and put it under my boot heel. I hope you don't do that. I thank you for your time.